Hey everybody, it is a Monday and I'm doing a little gear find on a Monday. Well, not really a gear find, it's a re-review of the Dr. Rhythm DR3 because this, I don't know why people love my original video of this. They watch it over and over again. I get the most views on that video alone for everything I do. So it's just, it's crazy. So now if you watch my Friday video, I had some fun with that. I actually put one of my songs on the Dr. Rhythm. Now the way I did it, you know me, I went and how well you can see it, I put it in musical notation. Now that's not for everybody. I did it because I find that when I do it like this, when I do a musical notation, I am able to then transfer it onto something like this little doohickey, which is beside me. You can't see it right now. I will go to it. There it is. And I find it's just so much easier because if you notice on the pages, I have, it's reflecting too much. I'll show you differently. Hang on a second. Alright, so if you notice on the pages, I have so I have just three different, so I have B3, B3. So what I did was, first I went to MuseScore, not sponsored. Went to MuseScore. I am paying for it myself, yes. And I punched in my music. Now you can do this for free. That's the cool thing about MuseScore. You don't have to pay to do this. And what I like about it is I've got the guitar tablature on it. Like as you can see, I know I'm going back into this, but as you can see, I have the guitar tablature. I have the notes for it. At the top, I have the notes that I play, the chords, and then on the bass, I have the bass, and I have everything in there, and I have the vocals in the middle. Now, I love doing it this way. For me, it's nice. It harkens back to me for the old, when you get a guitar magazine and you'd have the tab in there, and they'd have the music notes across the top. So it would look similar to this. So it would be music notes on the top, and then you have the guitar tab underneath. And it's so much nicer than Ultimate Guitar. No, not knocking Ultimate Guitar or anything like that, or the way they do it now. But that's just the way I feel, and I love it. For me, it's like, it makes me feel like I've actually accomplished more than just recording something. I've actually gone above and beyond that level. And yeah, it's more me. If you don't want to do it, I don't care. That's what I'm doing for me. So that's talking about that. So what I did was, now as I said, if you read my comment, for me, open mic season is starting. Open mic being you go and you play guitar in front of people and you play your songs, and that is now starting up again. And I'm looking forward to that. But I thought I wanted to see this. I wanted to see what the DR Rhythm could do with that. Now, the DR Rhythm. Now, the reason why, because this came about originally because somebody had complained about the fact that the bass is always on, and I showed in my last DR Rhythm video, this is how you turn the bass off. This is how you set up the foot switch. And so I went a step further, and I thought, okay, let's actually use this the way I think the DR Rhythm should be used, which is, it's a backup band. That's what it is. It's your bass player, it's your drummer. So you are now a three-piece. You play guitar and you sing, and then you've got this to do everything else for you. So I did Premonition on it. Now, first things first, I learned a lot. So as you can see, I have, that's why, like, if you look at my notes here, I have A, and then halfway through, all of a sudden I have B3. Now that is because the rhythm from above there, so you see it's A, so it's do 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 do, and then it's bum 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 bum. See, it changed. It was so I didn't. You only have on here. You have, as you can see, you only have 3 fills. Slide it over just a little bit. There you go. That's a little bit better. So you have your intro. You have your verses A, B, and C, and you have your ending. Now your verses on here, you can set it to be 1 bar, 2 bar, 3 bar, 4 bars. So 1 bar, so 1 bar, 2 bars, 3 bars, 4 bars. Now originally I was doing 4 bars with A, but I found that it was causing me some problems because I was hitting points where I didn't need all the bars for it. So I wanted to fix that. So I went, okay, well, I'll just do the 2 bars because that's what it is. And then so I did. So if I go to A, and I play it. So it's just repeating the 2 bars. It's repeating bum 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 bum, and it's doing that. It's doing that perfectly. And so I did. So when I was working through it, then I hit this, and at first I'm like, crap, because then I was realizing I was going to run out of stuff. And the ending on here, the end one, once you put an end on your song, it's done. It just ends. It stops for you. So I couldn't use that because I couldn't repeat with it. Now the intro you can repeat. Now in the case of this one, my intro is 2, 1, 2. And if you watch the video of me making it, I did that because the intro is just because I'm playing guitar by myself at the beginning, and then it starts boom boom, and then it goes into verse A. And so what I did was, so I made that just go 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. Well, it's 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So on the second and the 4th beat, it would play. It would just do the ch, and it's just more or less for timing, so that I know that I'm in time with what's about to happen, which is the start of the song. So what happened is that I had that problem where going back to what I was doing. I digress here. And what happened is that I ended up doing that, and then I realized, oh crap, I can't use it, because if you notice here, I have marked as C. So this is the chorus. So the chorus here, chorus. So C, 1 bar, C, 2nd bar, and then it goes to B, and it does the final chorus, and this one's a whole 4, because that's the whole part of that song. And so I had to somehow make it work. Now the other thing I learned is that as you can see, you have these fill buttons. When you're working on a song, the fill button comes at the end of whatever verse you're listening to. So if I have verse A and I hit fill A, so if I have a measure of 2 bars, half that bar is now the fill. All fills are only 1 bar. So whatever amount of measures you have, the final bar will be your fill. And that, my friends, is a pain in the butt. It's nice if you're doing something like you're transitioning to a different verse, and you want a different fill at the end, so it does something different, and then you go into the next verse. That's nice. I didn't want that. I just wanted it to be an extra bar at the end of my fill, so that threw it all off. Now the other thing that I had was, well, I didn't have enough space. I did not have enough on here. But then I learned, after playing around with the song, that I could set up another track, fills. fills is now so U003 on here. I called it fills. That's all it is. It's just my little intro parts, like in between parts that I use. So for instance, if I play the intro, so that's 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. It's exactly what it was. That way when I hit the button, it starts, oops, sorry. It starts, goes 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. And then I know that I've actually hit it, and then I can start playing at that point. So that's what I did on that one. So verse A, I don't think I used, but let's see if there's anything on there. There's nothing in verse A, see? So that is now, you could hear that there. That is, showing the page again, B3, which is, if I'll play it again, see. And that is what I did there. And then I also did, I'm looking through my paper, I did a C3. I tried doing it as a fill, that's why it's scratched all over. So I do verse this one. And that is what that is there. And the reason I did that was I needed just a little fill. That's when I realized that it wasn't going to work the way I wanted to, because at this point, at the B3 point, what I was doing there was I was just doing an A. I was just doing the A verse just to play with it, see how it worked. Now the other nice thing, the other reason why I like having the paper, or why I like tabbing it out is, and I will show you that in a minute. So we'll go to the song. So here's the song. If you go into step recording, because that's what I always use, I don't use anything else. I find it, you see it has a measure here. It says 001. So now it's off now because it's slightly off by 1 or 2 beats, because I added the intro from U3. As you can see here, it says U003. So if I step over to the next part, it's changed to U002. And it says intro. So the intro would be this piece right here, these 4 bars, which have nothing in them. And that is what it has. Now, when I originally did it, the measure would have been 1, so this would have worked out to be 4. Now I've added 2 on it, so it's the 3rd measure. So I go to the next one, which is verse A. It now says 7, where originally would have said 5, because it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's 7. So that's the other reason why I like doing it this way, because when I'm sitting there and I'm looking through it, I can see I'm at 11, 13, 15, 17, 18. See, so now you can see. So there's verse B, U003, which means it's the boom, 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 boom. And that would coincide with the paper. So when I make a mistake, I can go, oh, and I can go back and look at it and figure out where it was supposed to be. And then back to verse A, there's verse C, and then there's the big verse B, which is the chorus. And honestly, it worked really well. And I just found it a lot easier to do it that way. That way I could edit it easier. Now, let's go back to manual first. Let's go back to the, stop this for a second. Okay, let's go back to premonition. Now, you can select which one you want to work on here by going verse, you put pointer, or PNT, verse. So now I'm on verse A, and I hit my step record. So now you can see what I've done. And let's see, we're on verse A, so I'm going to just pull up my... Now it's in 16th notes, and this is in quarter notes. So when you look at verse A, I don't know how I can do this so I can show you. You know what? Oh, there it is. I can show you that. So here's verse A. So you can see it's a dotted quarter, which means it's 6 beats according to this. So you got beat. Now I did this with a kick. I'll change it to the bass. So you can see the bass is on right on the first note, first measure or first beat of the note, and then the arrows here. You see there's 3 arrows, there's 4, but you see that's a quarter. So this would be, that's 1/4, and then because it's a dotted, it's 2 more over because it's a beat and a half. And so that way it's six measures, or six 16th notes on this thing. And then next one's a quarter, so it's 4 over, and the next one's a quarter, and then it's 4 over, and it's, because it's only in this case it's an 1/8, so it's two of those. And that's how it works. And you can play this. Now you can see, turn this down a bit. Now you can see that it's showing you what measure it's on and what beat it and what part of the quarter note it's on. So we got one, and you can see that that's how it works. It will tell you what you're listening to. So we can do the same with verse B, which is bigger. And I can go back to the drum, and right now it's showing you the kick, but if I go over it, you'll hear everything that it plays on that one note. Let's turn that up a bit. Let's try that again. And I'll move my hand. You can see it lights up here to tell you what it's playing on each one of those. And then you want to hear how it sounds. And that's what I did. And it worked great. So still some fine tuning I got to do. I think I'm going to, after playing it, because I wrote this all by sitting here, just sitting in front of my computer and working it out. But I think that let me show you my C3 here. I don't think that's long enough. I think these should be half notes, and it should be 2 bars instead of 1. But that is for me to play around with. It's easy to insert on this thing. So now the nice thing, like I said, since I've got all this mapped out, because that's all this is, just a big map. I've got it all mapped out, and it's just made editing it and putting it in so easy, especially when you consider how many times I redid things on the little premonition, on this little machine, and had to try again and try again. I spent a good day just trying to figure the thing out and working through it, and it was fun. And yeah, so I will talk to you later. I hope you enjoyed the video. See ya. Bye.
Home last night, thinking about you and I, when I had a sudden fright.